Hello, welcome to Off Topic with Mike and JD. I'm JD.
And I'm Mike.
And welcome to the show. So, we decided to get in the Halloween spirit, even though you might not be watching it in October. Sorry, Mike, didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no, it's okay. Even though Halloween is canceled this year.
Yeah, to a large extent it is. But, for Halloween, since neither of us really watch horror movies, we thought, well, what do we like best about Halloween? Candy.
Oh, I love candy. I'm not even a big, dessert.
Candy.
I set myself up for that one, I suppose.
Yeah, you were saying?
Oh, I was saying I'm not much of a sweets person beyond candy. Like I'm not really huge into like cake or chocolate or things like that. But I do love candy.
Yes, and I just can't stop myself from candy. I bought a big bag of candy, and I gave it to my mom. But after like 5 minutes, I'm like, hide this before I gain 100 pounds from eating this entire bag of candy in one night.
Yeah, it used to get to a point where I had to have my parents buy candy that I didn't like to give out to people, because otherwise I would just eat all of our candy reserve, and then we would have no candy to give out to people.
Alright, so now let's get into specifics. So first let's talk in general. What in general do you like about, what type of candy do you generally like? What kind of candy do you generally not like before we start talking about specific ones?
Yeah, it's obviously it's all super subjective depending on the kind of tastes you like. I mean, for me in general, I don't like dark chocolate. So anything that has dark chocolate in it, I'm immediately not on board.
I'm the same way. I like the sweet milk chocolate.
Exactly. And I generally like a little bit more, like I said, I'm not super into pure chocolate either. So I definitely like there to be more stuff in it. Like, one of my favorite candies is, Twix. I love Twix. But, I'm not really big in it. If you just said, or here's just, a bar of Hershey's chocolate, I'll pass. That's actually one of the reasons, for Easter, I tend to ask people, don't get me those, chocolate bunnies. Because they're, these giant chocolate bunnies, and they're just pure chocolate. And I never wind up eating them. So, now I have a prop one every Easter. I just put it in my basket. I'm just look, there's my chocolate bunny. And I never eat it.
And at least one year, my mom got me one that had peanut butter in it. Peanut butter chocolate bunny, yeah.
Now that's something I can get on board with.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your favorite kinds of candy in general?
Mm-hmm. Well, I like white chocolate.
Oh, I love white chocolate.
I like white chocolate a lot. I know it's not too common, but I like vanilla candy. I know you don't see much of that, but I do like that.
Vanilla candy?
Yeah, rare, but it does exist.
I'm not familiar.
It's a candy, but vanilla.
You mean cookies and cream?
No, they make vanilla flavored candies. It's just like vanilla flavored ice cream. It's just not, you just don't see a lot of it because it's not as popular.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever encountered that.
But I love caramel in it, or caramel. What do you say, caramel or caramel?
I say caramel, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I have heard caramel.
Yeah. I am inconsistent. I say both.
Yeah, I generally say caramel when I mean the center of a chocolate thing, and I say caramel when it's a flavor, if it's caramel whiskey,
But yeah.
or something.
But however you pronounce it, I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, generally the more flavors you could get in there, the better. I love I mean, really any combination of peanut butter and chocolate, I
Always
love.
a good combo.
Obviously Reese's are amazing. I'm really big on peanut butter M&Ms. That's always been my gold standard for candy is peanut butter M&Ms, because you just got that little bit of candy shell, you got the chocolate, and then you get that big glob of peanut butter.
Have you had the Reese's with the Reese's Pieces inside of it?
I have. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm mixed on it. It kind of
I love it. Because I love Reese's to begin with, but I love how adding a little bit of a crunch to it.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces are really good, and then the Reese's with the Reese's. Actually, I don't know. I might have had just a Hershey bar with Reese's in it. I don't know if I've actually had a Reese's cup with Reese's inside of it.
Well, they make those now, and it's delicious.
Also, I'm happy that you're not a monster who says Reese's Pieces.
Reese's? Who says that?
People say it. If any of our 1 to 2 listeners says Reese's Pieces, please unsubscribe from this podcast. We don't want your business.
Reese's is Reese's.
It's Reese's Pieces, as in like these pieces belong to Reese, not Reese's is not a thing.
No, that is definitely not a thing. Those people are weird.
Yes.
I've never heard that in my life.
Maybe it was an upstate thing, an upstate New York thing.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, like some of my other favorite candies, I like a really big factor for me is like the bite. Like if you can have like a bite-sized something, that's why I love the peanut butter M&Ms. I love like Whoppers with their like malt flavor.
Oh yes, I love those.
Those are really good. But occasionally I love to like diverge from that. One of my favorite. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so while we're on the subject of candies, favorite movie candy. Or are you just a straight popcorn guy, no candy?
Usually popcorn, but if I'm gonna have candy, I love Snow Caps.
Snow Caps, okay.
Yeah, I love Snow Caps, and Whoppers are good too.
Yes, Whoppers are so good. They're very good for a movie. I actually have a weird. Back when I was like a poor college kid, I used to love getting Nerds Rope. I mean, I love Nerds Rope in general. But the reason I love that is, like, I can just slowly eat it through the course of the whole movie.
Nerds are great. I don't think I've ever had a Nerds Rope, though.
They're really good. It's like if you kind of like if you mix like a Laffy Taffy with Nerds. I mean, Nerds are already great. I used to love like all the different flavors with those like 2-tiered boxes.
Yeah, but grape is the best flavor.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of grape. I can get behind that statement.
Like there are other good flavors of Nerds, but grape is the best. So what kind of candy do you not like?
Oh, I mean, there's the classics. I mean, as much as I feel like it's an easy punching bag these days, but candy corn is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, whoever thought candy corn was a good idea, it's a bad idea. Like, I know people are like, oh, it's like distinctly like Halloween candy. I'm like, I'll pass.
Have you ever seen Lewis Black stand up on candy corn?
No.
I recommend looking it up. He has like a whole thing. He goes on about candy corn, about how disgusting it is, but he tries it every year.
Yeah, I'm also, I'm not a big fan of anything licorice flavored. Those are all not a huge fan of. Circus peanuts are bad. There are a couple of, I was looking up before this podcast through my diligent research. I looked up a list of, like, worst candies. And actually there are some, like, quote-unquote worst candies that I actually enjoy. Like, one candy that everyone, like, unanimously hates that I love is those wax bottles filled with, like, the, whatever, like, candy substance. And you, like, bite off the top of the wax, and you, like, drink it like a little bottle of candy.
Yeah, I'm only faintly familiar with those. I haven't really had that.
Yeah, they're more like our grandparents' candy.
Yeah.
Same thing with those candy buttons where you, like, eat more paper than candy.
No. I hate Mounds. Have you...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of Mounds.
Mounds, can't stand. Almond Joy, can't stand.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to hard disagree with you on Almond Joys. I love Almond Joys.
Nah. I feel like too much nuts. And same thing with, what was it, a Payday bar. Too much nuts.
Yeah, Paydays are a little bit too much nuts. Almond Joys, there's only the one almond. It's more the coconut flavor. You're either, like,
that
love
must
or...
be the coconut flavor.
You either love or hate that. Well, Mounds has that too, but it's dark chocolate. So,
yeah. Well, it's the coconut flavor in both of those things I can't stand.
Yeah. Yeah, the coconut is a very, like, hit or miss. You either are, like, all about coconut or you hate it.
Yeah.
I've never met people who are, like, on the fence about Almond Joy.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Most people love it or hate it.
Um,
I used to not like any nuts in my candy. I've changed now. Like, I love Snickers.
oh yeah, Snickers are great. Yes, although I'm not a big fan of like Three Musketeers.
Oh,
or,
strong disagree there. Three Musketeers, love them. One of my favorites. And let me guess, next you were gonna say Milky Way?
Yeah, I was gonna say I also can't stand Milky Ways.
That's one of my all-time favorites, Mike. I love that. I love the soft chocolate with the caramel or caramel, whatever you want to say. Whatever it is, it's delicious.
How do you feel about Gobstoppers? I love Gobstoppers.
I honestly can't remember the last time I had a gobstopper.
Okay, that's fair. I was talking to my wife Kim earlier, and she was asking me how I felt about jelly beans. I don't know. I
That's
feel
not
like
candy. I feel like that's not candy.
that's not candy. Wow, so it doesn't even count as candy.
Nope, I don't consider that to be candy. No.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of jelly beans in general, but if they're like specialty flavored, I'll eat them. Like Birdie Bot's every flavor beans or something. But
Oh yeah,
just
I always try those. Still don't consider them to be candy though.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Hot take from JD. Jelly bean.
That's right.
Jelly beans
I'm
are not
alienating
candy.
all the jelly beans lovers out there. Jelly beans are not candy. Fight me.
That I feel like we'll have to have a follow-up episode of is it candy, yes or no.
Well,
Viewers write in suggestions, and then JD declares whether it's candy or not candy.
Here's something else that some people might consider candy that's not candy. Peeps. That's not candy.
Okay, Peeps are just decorative. Nobody
Exactly.
eats people who eat Peeps. Explain yourselves.
It's like eating paper.
I mean, when I was a child,
More like eating styrofoam. More like
Yeah.
eating styrofoam.
The best thing
when I was a little kid, I ate styrofoam once. Like, so
So
yeah.
you're the authoritative expert on what styrofoam tastes like.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ate Peeps when I was young and stupid. Like when I just wanted anything that was sugary, but they weren't good. Even then, I was like, oh, I don't like this. I'd rather just eat a marshmallow, just straight up eat a marshmallow than a Peep.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love to stick. I don't know if you've ever done this. Take two Peeps, put little toothpicks in them, and then put them in the microwave so they grow, and then they joust, and they'll one of them will pop the other one. It's kind of fun.
I've never
That's
done
the
that.
best. That's the best
sounds like
use.
fun, though.
That's the best use of Peeps. If you have extra Peeps lying around,
Which, I mean, if you have peeps, you have extra peeps because...
all Peeps are extra Peeps.
Exactly. You know how John Oliver does his rant against peeps, though, right?
No.
Oh, you never seen that? As part of the... And now, this segment...
No, I only get the free clips to post to YouTube, so I miss those segments.
No, yeah. It's like they have a voiceover that's like every time they show a bunch of clips of peeps being mentioned on the news, and then it'll be cut by a voiceover just ragging on how awful peeps are. But so what are some of your favorites, like specific candies?
I mean, we mentioned the most of them. Like I said, my top three are probably Almond Joys, Gobstoppers, and Twix.
Twix I like, but it's almost like a cookie.
And those speaking of cookies and cream Hershey's are so good.
Yes, in that giant candy bag, I can't stop eating that. My mom had to hide it. There was Hershey's cookies and cream, which was the main reason why I buy it. Because I'm like, you don't see many of these.
Yeah, exactly. If you can find those, pick them up because they're kind of rare. What about you? What do you?
Crunch bars are good.
Crunch bars I like, but they're just a little too plain for me. Same thing with Bunch of Crunch. It's good, but it just doesn't excite me.
Like my top three, let's see, Milky Way, definitely. Then after that, actually, probably it's like a bunch, a long time, like Reese's Pieces, Three Musketeers, Hershey's Cookies and Creams, and then there's other stuff that not pop into my head. What about M&M's? What do you think of those?
It's kind of the same thing with like Bunch of Crunch. I love M&Ms like in general, but I find like regular M&Ms to be a bit too plain. Like I'll eat regular if you put out a bowl of M&Ms like at Christmas time or something, I'll eat them. But I really prefer like peanut M&Ms or crunchy M&Ms or milk, white chocolate M&Ms. There's a lot of like specialty M&M flavors that are just better.
I don't know the white. I don't think I've had the white chocolate ones.
Oh yeah, M&M's does this thing where they'll like come out with something and then it'll be like a while. Like for a while they had pretzel M&M's or
I love those. Those are amazing.
Caramel M&M's, crunch M&M's. So
I think they have caramel pretzels now. I think.
When I was younger, I dreamt big. My life goal was to try every flavor of M&M. So every time I saw a new flavor, I'd pick it up, even if I didn't like it. Like, remember the coffee bean M&Ms, where they had a physical there was a physical coffee bean.
That sounds disgusting.
Inside of the M&M, and it was gross. I didn't like coffee, but I was determined to have it anyway.
What's your opinion on salty sweets?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's a classic combination. Like chocolate covered pretzels are amazing.
Because that's a big source of controversy. Some people don't like the salty sweets. I love them too.
Although I weirdly don't like kettle corn, which should be the same in principle.
Yeah, kettle corn is like I'll eat it, but it's like I'd rather just have regular popcorn.
Exactly. Popcorn is already perfect. You don't need to improve it. All the people put it in like Cheeto flavors or hot sauce or whatever you put. Popcorn is already perfect.
You just put the butter on it, and that's it. And maybe some extra salt.
I feel like this should be its own episode. We could have movie snacks.
Movie theaters in New York are opening, but that's off topic.
That's true. I have heard that. That is exciting news. Maybe there'll be a future for... I'll be very grumpy if AMC goes out of business because I still have like a $200 like gift card to them.
Which that definitely should be. I think that's our next show topic: the future of movie theaters, movie theaters in general.
That's a great idea.
So there, you get to see the process live of how we pick our topics.
Yeah, you get to see.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea. That's our process.
Get to see how the sausage gets made. It's too bad we don't have any software that's capable of editing any of this out. It stays.
Oh, I can edit it out, but why?
No, there's...
Why would I edit this out?
No, this is content.
This is the content that our 2 viewers come for.
Exactly. Well, our 1 viewer now that I shamed them for saying Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hopefully our 1 remaining viewer isn't a jelly bean lumber. Then we're screwed.
All right. Well, I think that does it for this episode of Off Topic.
Yep. I'm still JD.
And I'm still Mike.
Goodbye. Happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.